Some say customization is a thing of the past. But after 20 years in this business, we're still standing. Never giving up, always moving forward. As the industry has changed, we've advanced. It's about thinking outside the box and redesigning the wheel. Striving for perfection, even in the smallest details. Innovation instead of imitation. Always looking forward, but never forgetting where we came from. It's about hard work and dedication, making the impossible look simple. Some say customization is a thing of the past. I say it's the future. We are West Coast Customs.
So there's been a lot of changes in West Coast Customs, from personnel to the builds that we're doing, to the machinery that we're using, to the way we're doing business. But nothing is as big as this change that's going on right now. West Coast Customs is going back to LA. Everything we do, we're always growing. We have to find a facility that really fits all of our needs. We found something in Burbank, California that I think is gonna work. So me and Chris are gonna go out there, check it out, get a good feel for it, and hopefully get it. What do you think?
Needs a lot of work.
It just needs a facelift.
West Coast Customs has been expanding and growing leaps and bounds year after year. The company was originally formed in Los Angeles. It's time that we move to a more central location where we can capitalize on the demand of our services and the expertise that we bring to the table.
Ceilings are high, which is good.
It's good. Want to go bigger and taller? Yeah.
The warehouse is, what, double the size of our warehouse?
Definitely double.
I mean, I think our shop would fit just in this part, and then we have all of that. Let's walk back here and see how big it really is, because we got our back lot we got to worry about for workers. How many bay doors do we have?
You got front office parts.
Which is cool, because you know the biggest thing is like the dirty stuff that we have right now is so close to like the front of the office and like where they're doing final assembly and stuff. So I think we can push all that towards the back and then keep the nicer, cleaner stuff up front. I've been looking for almost a year now, trying to find the right location. You know, we've got real estate agents, we got all these people trying to find us a spot, but it's very unique what I need. You know, I need to make sure we have a big enough shop, but at the same time, an area for the fans, you know, offices, production rooms, and all these different things. Since the business is growing, I need more and more and more room. So we got 3 bays here, we got 4 or 5, so we have 5 bays. I mean, we have this big, huge
and we
lot
get in
for the
semis here
workers.
too for deliveries.
Yeah. Let's go look up front. So I think this will be good for like the fans. You know, we could have a fan parking there. They come in here, do some sort of like, almost like a lounge feel in here. But I guess this is most important, right? You wanna go check out your office?
It's bigger than yours, right?
No. This is nice.
It is.
This could be almost like retail.
Yeah, all the merchandise, the point of sale for the guys that come in the tours.
I mean, that's the cool thing about this so far is it's like laid out.
Almost what we would need.
Yeah. So we knock that wall down, lift this up a little bit, put the cars in here. I mean, you think about it, there's a story to each one of them, and all those fans come by, they want to see them, they want to take pictures with them. So we have them in here, do some sort of display that explains like the build and what it is. It works.
It's perfect.
I like it. This is definitely a good spread for me.
Yeah.
360 view. Look at this. You need to get some supplies? Run across the street. You need a meal? Run across the street. I like it. So what's the deal? Let's make a deal.
Well, if you want it, I'll lock it down.
This is a beautiful building. It just needs a little bit of a facelift. You gotta look past the 80s deco in it. And I think with our style, our techniques, this place is gonna be perfect for West Coast Customs.
Ryan likes it, I like it. It's time for me to go back to the owners and figure out a way to get it for them.
The building that me and Chris looked at is perfect. We sat down with the owner. I think we put together a really nice deal. I have a good vision for it. I got a lot of ideas. I think structurally it's there. The next step is get with Musa and take all these ideas out of my head, put them on paper, and show the whole team so everybody knows what we're building. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, what's up?
Wow, look at this building, huh?
Yep, definitely.
Needs a facelift.
Definitely.
To me, the feeling of this building needs to be the next level. of us, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is very loud and, you know, there's graffiti everywhere. It's a lot going on. I think this one is more of a statement of, we know who we are now. We know the direction we're going. It's almost like West Coast Customs grown up.
Okay.
So I want to keep it clean.
This time Ryan brought me something a little different. It's big building. It's gonna be a big project for me and for the whole shop. We're moving to Burbank and it's the next step for West Coast Customs.
Let's just paint the whole thing black. If this landscape's out of the way and you see these pillars, like it'd be cool to make it almost look like an erector set. You know, like make these look like metal beams.
Yeah.
And put like bolts or something.
Oversized. Giant
Yeah.
bolts.
So, you know, I think we don't do the baseball logo like we have out on the building now. I think maybe we do something clean where it's
Just the
the
W?
W, yeah.
Yeah.
Since that's the look we're going with anyway. And then the inside.
Ooh, the inside.
Visually, I think, you know, we need to do something for the fans. Right now, we're doing so many tours here. Imagine how many we're gonna do there. So I love NASCAR shops, and every time I visit a NASCAR shop, they have like a catwalk that goes around the whole thing.
Okay.
So you can see the cars being built, but you're not bothering the guys building the cars. So I think doing something like that, but almost just down the middle.
Visitor get like a 360 view of
Yeah.
the whole shop. That would be great, yeah.
Something like that. White floors, stainless steel countertops, you know, like very
Simple,
clean. I
clean.
want it to feel like they're coming to get their car worked on in an operating room. You know, all the rooms, I want to do 2 spray booths this time. We're going to do 3 prep stations. You need a room for fabrication, a room for wood shop. And then I want to set up some sort of like in and out area at the
Pit stop.
Yeah, something like that, you know, where it's at the end where they can come in, quick wheels and tires and quick stuff like that. Boom, 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 and then go right back out, but it doesn't affect the work in the main shop. You know, we got to do some sort of museum. I want to do like a tattoo barber shop. I want to do like a retail area. And then like some sort of area where people can design their cars, because I think that's really cool with people, the touchscreen.
interactive.
Like I have in my office, you know, that touchscreen monitor?
TV, yeah.
So it's really a full-on experience. When you come through the door to when you leave, it's like, wow. This one's a little different. We're not designing a vehicle of any sort, we're designing a building. This is Moose's real test. You can design a car, we can design interiors together, we can make some cool wheel choices, but let's see if he can design a building. Now that Moose is done with the rendering, I'm gonna meet with the whole team, sit down with them, go over my ideas, and see what part of this is gonna have to get cut out and which part we're really gonna be able to do. So today's a big day, huh?
Looks like it's finally going forward.
And you guys...
We've put it together.
Musa's made some renderings that I'm sure are gonna blow you guys away when you see them.
Great.
And then from there, we should probably go over the plans and see what's practical, what's not, and kind of go from there.
My part is understanding through the walkthrough what the existing building is, what the existing plans showed, and how we could implement the different areas such as the catwalk, fabrication room, our office space. It was exciting to see it in a 3D application.
Front of building. I want to go black, you know, just kind of really set a statement, because that building is pretty ugly and old.
It's flat.
And just boring. So it's like, what can we do to really overnight spice it up? I think painting it black is going to be one thing. Getting a big enough W made as possible that we can put on the side of the building would be good, as long as, you know, the city's okay with it.
When we first walked the building, it was actually just, we're gonna relocate a couple rooms, we're gonna build a couple little rooms here and there. Now that we've seen everything that's going on right now, it's nothing than what we originally started with. Everything in the building from the ground up will be brand new.
These are just going to be some bolt heads we're going to make here. We'll machine one. So you can, since you design it, we can get the machine to machine it. And then me and Hunter have been working on a relationship with Lumar Tint. What I'd like to see if they could come up with some sort of tint that looks like that blue glass almost, the new office building glass.
We got a couple different vendors lined up between Chuck, obviously, has been in the industry for a while, so he's got a lot of people lined up. And then there are a couple personal friends I have, you know, Red's Iron that's going to do the catwalk, and Concrete Cutting is going to come and handle all the concrete cutting, and we've got to cut down a couple concrete walls. I think that if it comes anywhere near the renderings that have been drawn, I think it's really, really going to blow everybody away.
We want this catwalk. The catwalk is the backbone of the building.
I think when your fan base sees this catwalk and know that it's access for them,
Right, it's built for them. It's built for the fans. This is just rough. We're still coming up with it. Can we look at the plans, since this is my dream, obviously? Now let's put some reality.
The next couple of months are going to be rough, but in the end, it's going to be worth it.
So I just had my first build meeting. This is definitely a learning experience, you know? Now hopefully Chuck can pull this thing off in the amount of time we need to pull it off, and we should be good to go. I cannot wait for this thing to be done and do a grand opening and say, I made it. Hunter, good luck with these two. Good luck with these two. Thanks, Chuck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chuck.
It's the end of an era. West Coast Customs is getting a new zip code and moving to beautiful Burbank, California. We're taking an empty warehouse and creating an experience. For the fans, a lounge where people can chill out and watch us work. They can go into the reception area, buy some merch, and get a haircut or a tattoo. Then the real experience begins. A gleaming car museum filled with our greatest hits. To showcase the cars, we're gonna create an LED ceiling and epoxy the floors white. This will be a showstopper. And if celebrity clients want to lay down some beats, there's a fully functioning recording studio. For the shop, we're going to build a Line-X catwalk that spans the floor, so fans can tour it from above. Under the catwalk, we'll have 10 bays with Ranger cabinets full of tools. Then it's time for the rooms. We'll build a parts room in the back for new parts, a fab shop and a wood shop, complete with a Shop Saver CNC machine. On the other side, we're gonna have a state-of-the-art R&D room where the guys can go crazy on our most innovative builds. Alongside that will be the vault, where we can store all the disassembled parts from the builds. Next, we'll move on to paint. 2 AFC spray booths and 3 prep stations will complete the body shop. Then, we'll be ready to spray some BSF paint. Across the way will be the interior department, print room, and filming area where the TV cars will get assembled. Since we're in a new city, we have to make a statement. So we're gonna paint the building black and hang some custom bolts to give it that industrial feel. A giant W and the WCC logo Line-X'd on the front steps will complete this transformation. So look out, world, because the Empire Avenue takeover has begun. Coming up on West Coast Customs. Now that we're officially moving to Burbank, it's time to get this build underway.
Now that the lion's share of the demo is done, we have a clean slate. We're ready to go.
Brian gets to go play construction worker, and I get to play junkman.
Now that we're officially moving to Burbank, it's time to get this build underway. We got plans, we got renderings. Now it comes to the fun part. Tear it down and then build it back up.
This is the moment, huh?
The moment, here
It's
it is,
empty,
man.
it's ready. I got the keys, I got my hard hat, I got my work outfit. It's ready to go. Should I just do a Viking throw?
Yeah.
No.
Two
Stud? I
over,
hit
dude.
the
That's weak.
stud?
Honestly, no, that wasn't even a stud. If you're gonna Viking throw it like that.
Hold on, let me just take a swing at it.
Here we go.
That was a stud. All right, get the crew. It's go time.
Today we're here at the new West Coast Customs shop. I'll be doing some soft demolition, taking down this drywall to the very end of the building, making it all one space. After the wall is demoed and on the ground, we're going to move to the inside of the area with the crew, and we're going to be doing hand racking.
Now that the demo's done, it's time to cut some concrete, bring some new plumbing in here, repave the parking lots, make sure we're ADA approved so we can let all of our fans come visit us.
We've completed our demo with our CAT skid steer 262. We now have our grade completed, ready for the new concrete sidewalk. The sidewalk is ADA compliant, gaining our handicap access to the new building. The concrete, we have found a mixture that actually has recycled materials within it. But what we're going to do is add a 15% fly ash. Fly ash is a residue that's from burnt coal. That's a good mix with the cement. We're going to deliver the concrete mix into the formed area, get it spread out, and get it ready to cure.
Now that the lion's share of the demo is done, we have a clean slate. And we basically can see what the whole building's going to look like. Right here, we're standing in the future museum. We actually lost a little bit of space, but it's going to work out to our benefit in the long run. Right now, we're going to start laying out our concrete cuts. We're going to start laying out our plumbing, start standing up walls. We're ready to go.
We saw, break, remove, and core concrete. This wall, it's 8-inch thick concrete, and what we'll do is we will cut the concrete all the way through, and we'll drop that opening on the ground. We'll break it in a few pieces and load it out. All of the material that we cut goes to recycle. It's all reusable.
The next step that we'll have right now is we've got our base area graded out, ready for the ADA walkway. So right now we're going to install the new asphalt. The asphalt that we are supplying has a 20% wrap in it, recycled asphalt pavement. Right now it's about 300 degrees, 280 to 300 degrees. We're going to install this asphalt as a base lift in this section here. We will then apply a bonding agent, an SS1 tack oil, onto the existing asphalt. We'll overlay the entire area, and that'll give us our finished product.
So the build in Burbank's moving at full speed, but in the meantime, I still have a full shop in Corona that I have to deal with. I have builds that have to get completed, I have machinery and stuff I gotta move to Burbank. So I'm gonna get with Alex and come up with a plan. Esteban and his team are doing what they need to do. So Will's car is close. Hopefully we can see this out of here right about when we're about to leave.
Yeah, so you shouldn't have to actually move this car. It should actually move on its own.
It will drive to the new shop. So
this can go now.
This is just gonna go and
sit in the museum.
Sit in the museum. This
December 25th. We got to finish it here.
So we need to really put together a plan on that. This will come with us. Maybach, we should be no problem having that done. Ish is already doing the interior. Corvette's got to go to SEMA, so that'll be done. This will be done. We just can't bring legacy stuff. To me, it'll start a boat anchor of a boat anchor of a boat anchor.
We want to start fresh.
Yep. So outside.
I don't want to go outside.
Yeah,
I'm not going outside.
I know, but we have to.
I'm not going out there.
Here we go.
Okay.
So, build that needs to get done.
Yes.
Paint job that needs to get done. This grand opening, that van will have done.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
This
Impala will be done.
It goes out.
This we're gonna have to come up with a plan on.
Yeah, that.
S63 body kit is on its way.
Okay.
So that should come.
Okay.
And that should be out here.
See you later.
Yeah, see you later, hopefully tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Jeep's going to SEMA, it'll be out of here. Shaq Benz is gonna live with us forever. And all these miscellaneous seats and parts and things, we're gonna have to really spend a few weeks back here and palletize them. Like all the audio stuff in one pallet. You know, all the interior stuff on one pallet.
All right, so you got your head around it?
I think so. Do you?
Not really.
Yeah, but I think if we can lay it out on a spreadsheet, that way we can look at it, say this is leaving, this is not.
You remember I'm old and I don't do spreadsheets very well.
Well, let's figure it out. Come on.
All right.
Now that the new shop is really happening, it's really time to start thinking about what we're gonna do here in Corona. I don't wanna bring old builds. I don't wanna bring old stuff. I only wanna bring what we need. So we're gonna try to prepare the vehicles for the guys so they know what they need to get done, and then also try to set up a really big yard sale and see what we can get rid of.
So we just went through the shop and looked at all the past, present, and future projects at West Coast Customs. And Ryan tasked me with sifting through 9 years of stuff that we've accumulated and figuring out what we keep, what we throw away, and what we sell. So Ryan gets to go play construction worker, and I get to play junkman. Good time.
Coming up on West Coast Customs.
I want to be able to give my fans an experience. So the backbone to this new build out is the catwalk.
Starting to stand some walls up, making it look like a real shop.
When we spray this black, people are gonna know West Coast Customs is in Burbank.
So the guys have been working really hard on this project. I want to go down and check it out and see the progress. So I'm going to grab Hunter, head down to Burbank.
We're about to go inside, meet with Chuck. Hopefully, it looks better than it looks out here. What's up, Chuck?
What's happening, Ryan? How are you today?
Starting to feel like a shop now, huh?
Yeah, we're finally getting to that point.
So much bigger with that wall down.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Just the size of it is overwhelming. Starting to stand some walls up, making it look like a real shop.
It feels a lot bigger.
Yeah,
huh?
it looks really nice.
It's way bigger. So we got water jet is gonna go there. So we're gonna fill that in and put the water jet there, and then this will be like the parts office. So this will be the fab room, and then we have the extra parts room, so we don't see all those racks on the floor anymore. We're getting rid of all that.
That'd be nice.
And then we have prep station paint booths. Then we got R&D, which will be a closed-off room. We can bring projects in through that door, which will be nice, so when we're building those crazy vehicles, pull it in there, shut the door down, nobody knows what's going on in that room. And then that's wood shop. Is that what's going up right now?
That's wood shop.
And then we're leaving basically all the roofs open then, right?
All the roofs open.
Okay, so then your lighting will be,
The lighting
you won't have
will
to do
be
separate lighting
perfect in there. You'll have the same lighting all the way across the whole building. It'll look monolithic. You'll have, you know, those big ass fans that'll be able to cover everything and give complete coverage. Now your catwalk actually ends right here. This is the last column of your catwalk.
Okay.
And your catwalk comes like this. The spiral stairs come down. The bottom of the spiral stairs is actually right behind me.
Okay. So then when you get in here, we got, this is, if I'm correct, this is the print room. So this will be where all the printers are for the wrapping and stuff, correct?
That's correct.
Being able to see walls going up and things laid out and where stuff's gonna be, it really gives me a better idea of how big this place really is. We're gonna have cars inside here, so they're not out front anymore. We're gonna have, you know, a barber shop, a tattoo shop, a huge sales office, you know, offices upstairs, and then a film studio. We've never had a film studio before. This place is definitely the next level of having everything under one roof.
What do you think of your new home?
It's, it looks like it was meant to be here.
Looks really,
It's like
nice.
butter.
No overcuts, flush floor.
8 cars, maybe?
We could. I just don't want it to feel like they're stuffed in here, you know? Right now, those cars are getting so ruined outside. So this is gonna be big for us.
The walkthrough went really good. We ended up with a little bit more room than we thought we had initially. The place is laying out really nice. I mean, I think we're gonna have something really neat here when it's done.
So next step is let's get the exterior of this building painted, huh? Because what I wanna do is start teasing people. If we paint the building, we put the W up on the building,
Yep.
people are gonna like be having car accidents out here. Like, what is going on? What? You know? That's what we want. We want them to get excited, and then, you know, we'll start teasing them with grand opening stuff and things like that.
I'm really worried about the schedule. We don't have a lot of time here, so we're gonna pull this off as quick as possible.
I love it. So I think this building was cool in the 1980s, but it's really time to bring it to 2014. So when we spray this black on it, highlight it, add the West Coast Customs touches to it, people are gonna know West Coast Customs is in Burbank.
My name's Keith Cook. I'm with Sanders & Warman, a corporation, painting contractors. From the beginning, you start with power wash, then you have hand scraping, then Wonder Fix patching. All the paint we use is all the zero VOC required paints on all of our projects. The prep work on the building is going to be about 8 days, and then about 4 days in priming, and about 4 to 5 days in the finish coats.
So the backbone to this new build out is the catwalk. our fans, you know, go on the floor, they're walking through, they're interrupting the guys from working and all these different things, and I want to be able to give my fans an experience, so why not give them experience from the catwalk up top? So we decided to build a catwalk that goes down the center of the shop where you can see everything that's going on and not interrupt anything on the floor.
Our company is Red's Iron Specialties, and we've been around since 1964. My dad started it, so it's a family company. For West Coast Customs, what we're doing is building a 180-foot catwalk down the center of your new building that will be stabilized by the columns down the center, and then we'll have a circular area at the end with a circular stairway to get down 130 inches from the floor. What we're going to do here is pre-build the sides and the smaller channels going across, and when we're finished, it'll leave here with half the steel plate, the floor plate on, and the outer two pieces, they'll go on once this is welded to the structure in the field. This is a really good design, and it'll be structurally sound for people to walk through and take a look, and it's gonna look really cool.
Coming up on West Coast Customs. We were hoping to use all electrical and all the IT stuff that was in the walls, but nothing's been upgraded for 30 years.
But it's pretty crazy looking.
Yeah, I love this catwalk. We are standing on the main structure of the shop. So a lot has been done at the new shop, but there's still a ton of work left. Just like any build that we do, once we tear it down, you find all the flaws, just like this building. We were hoping to use all electrical and all the IT stuff that was in the walls, but once we tore it apart, we found out nothing's been upgraded for 30 years. So we had to start from scratch. We have all new electrical coming in, all new IT coming in, all new cameras, all new alarm system. Basically, from ground up, we're rebuilding this building.
My name is Butch Meeks. I own Meeks Electric. First step, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be demoing out all the old wire boxes, conduit, panels, working hand in hand with the engineer, making sure that everything works. When you're dealing with a unique shop like this, it's a lot of different things that come into play. We're just trying to accommodate everything that West Coast needs from day to day.
My name is Luke Perez. I'm with Western Data, located in Riverside, California. We are the liaison for the IT department and the telephone system. I'm the one that's going to be implementing the telephone lines, how to get the phone numbers from the other location to here, the 800 numbers ordered, and getting all the calls routed when the time is ready for the install.
You know, they make this stuff, they grab Smurfs and they squish them.
One of the biggest changes in the shop is definitely the lighting. Right now, all the offices have fluorescents everywhere, and in the shop, I have no idea what those lights are, but it's definitely ugly and dark. So we're gonna bring in some new LEDs. One of the best things about going with LEDs is it takes way less energy, which saves us a ton of money, and the look of it is amazing. So it's a win-win.
The nice thing about LED, it's retrofit quality, which means that if you take down a 400-watt metal halide, you can stick up one unit, so it's a one-for-one swap, and use about 65% less energy. We are a 100% LED company. What we're trying to do is create a higher quality of light for less amount of money.
The metal halides that are out in the warehouse area are 458 watts a piece. We're replacing them with a linear high bay. You can see the LED strips built in. It's about 200 watts. You'll get a 55 to 60% energy savings. We're replacing the current fluorescent fixtures with these ultra-thin LED side-lit panels. They use about 50% less than the current fluorescent fixtures.
Fitting all right? Everything's looking good? We're gonna weld across the top, and then we'll bring it up to level, and then we'll put the diagonal brace in. Then we'll switch around the other side, diagonal brace, and keep working our way down. I'm
Rishi Sharma, and we're here to install a new security system. We will be installing 49 cameras, 36 of which will be analog HD cameras, and 16 of which will be IP-based cameras. The first step of any install is just evaluate where cameras are going to be, where entry and exit points are going to be. Then we go about running the cable. Then you go about installing cameras, and then you find the central location where you're going to run all the wiring to the back of the DVR and then VR box.
I'm Daniel Hernandez. Security Bud is an alarm and CCTV company, and we specialize in any job from big to small. What we're doing here today is we're installing a full commercial alarm system. We've got all the doors being covered, touchscreen keypads, full color, the whole nine, little custom touches. We don't want to give too much away here, obviously, but let's just say once we get this place done, we're gonna have this place on lockdown more than Fort Knox, so.
So what started out as a little facelift to a building turned into a full-blown build. We got the building painted, we got the interior of the building being painted right now, the catwalk's installed and looks amazing. The next step is get Line-X in here, get them to Line-X the thing with the West Coast Customs blue, button up a couple more things, and we'll be off to the races.
All right, we're here today to do the catwalk. It's steel, so we put down our primer. Now we just gotta do a spray. It's 230 feet. 8 foot wide, and we're probably gonna use a barrel set, which is equivalent to about 1,000 pounds. Got a lot of work cut out for this.
Now that the painting's almost done, it's time to get some tint on the windows and get some fans installed. So our friends at Lumar are coming out with a team to tint up the windows, and then our buddies over at Big Ass Fans are gonna come with a big fan. Right now, it's really hot in Burbank, so hopefully these fans will circulate the air and keep the guys cool.
I'm Dan Birkenmeyer with Eastman Chemical Company, and we make Lumar window tint. We were asked to come in and provide a film that would make this building more comfortable and more energy efficient. And so what we're applying today is a film that's going to do both of those things, but also what it's going to do is it's going to provide a bit of a blue tint. So it's really going to transform the look from the exterior of what this building's going to look like. We've got 2,000 square feet of film to lay, and so we're going to let these guys get to work.
Big Ass Fans started in 1999. It started just the HVLS fan company, which stands for High Volume, Low Speed Fans. After we started installing the fans, people started seeing them and saying, oh my gosh, that is a big ass fan. Well, that kind of caught on. We heard it so many times, we decided to just go with that, and we adopted the name for the company. We make fans from 5 to 24 feet. This one's a 12-footer that we're going to put in this location. These fans will make you feel up to 10 degrees cooler. We have all the bracketing and the power that we need, and we're going to hang the fans up and start cooling the place off.
Coming up on West Coast Customs. So we're in Burbank. They have this car show that they have every year. We figured we might as well come, let people know that West Coast Customs is coming to the neighborhood.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So things are moving along right now. There's a lot been done, still a few things that need to be buttoned up. Next step is glass doors. Once those come in, it'll really give the vision of what I'm trying to see. One of the cool things about moving to Burbank is they're a car city, and they've opened up their arms and really have helped us out through this whole process. They have their annual car show coming up, so we decided to sponsor the stage, and I just found out the mayor is gonna welcome us to the city. So it's time to go check out some cars and meet the mayor. Today's like the first day where we're doing a little baby announcement of West Coast Customs coming to Burbank. So they have this car show that they have every year. We figured we might as well come. We might as well bring some nice cars out, meet some fans, you know, let people know that West Coast Customs is coming to the neighborhood.
I started customizing my car after I watched you guys show a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and thank you very much for coming out today. I hope you're all having a good time. We welcome the world-famous West Coast Customs to Burbank and wish them all the success in our city. West Coast Customs is making Burbank their world headquarters. Wow! Had a chance to meet Brian Friedlandhaus here. The turnout of this event is wonderful, and I think you're going to receive a very nice and warm welcome across the community. So we really do welcome you, and we're very happy to have you here in Burbank.
Thank you.
And on behalf of the city of Burbank and the Burbank City Council, I thank you for making this year's Car Classic one to remember. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We're happy to be a part. So I just went up on stage, got to meet the mayor personally, and actually got a cell phone number, which is good because now, you know, if I got to call in a favor or two to get this building done, I know who to call. I got to get back, get the shop open so I can really get the keys to the city. Coming up on West Coast Customs. So there's been a ton of work done, but we still have a long way to get to the finish line. I don't know, if you don't come here and want to spend $1 million, then there's a problem. Dude, it's sick. Holy. So big things are happening at West Coast Customs. After 10 years in Corona, it's time we move back to LA. We found the perfect building in Burbank. After the plans and Musa doing the renderings, it was time to gut the place. So the first step was to demo the place and get the new parking lot done. Then it was time to build the new rooms, cut the concrete, and bring in the new plumbing. All new electrical, IT, alarms, and cameras. One of the biggest changes was painting the building black and adding all new LEDs. For the fans, we built a big catwalk and line exit so the fans could take tours without being on the floor. So there's been a ton of work done, but we still have a long way to get to the finish line. So I'm gonna go meet with Chuck, go over what's left to do, and figure out when this grand opening is really gonna happen.
Starting to come together.
Wow, huh? I gotta say, you're right about the black ceiling. So the walls are blue, that's good. I like that color. And then we're gonna do these gray still, right?
Yeah, like a battleship or something, you think?
I like it. We good on electrical?
We got a challenge with the lights right now, and that's just basically with the city. But other than that, everything else in here, the electric inspector loves them. They're doing a great job. They're turnkey almost.
Cool. So when we drop machines, we already set it up where things will just plug right in, right?
You're plug and play.
Yeah, good. I mean, that's my biggest concern. When we moved to the other building, it was like, it was afterthought. Everything was an afterthought because we got in there and this machine's going here, this machine's going there. So hopefully, once we start dropping these machines, we can start plugging them in and fire it up.
Well, it's pretty crazy looking.
Yeah, I love this catwalk. This is really the backbone of the business, I think. Once these workstations are in here and the booths are in, I mean, if you don't come here and want to spend $1 million, then there's a problem. I mean, if you have it, of course, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, this is the look. I mean, this is West Coast Customs grown up.
So what about my LED ceiling?
The city's not gonna let us do the whole thing right now because we're exceeding too much power in here because it's 275 lights altogether.
Wow. These lights are so thin too, huh? Holy.
Pretty major, isn't it? I mean, you stand underneath of it and it feels like you're taking off in a spaceship.
Yeah, I'm telling you, what we need to do is make a shop, some sort of like shop light for the guys with these. So when they're buffing these cars, they can see it the way they need to see it instead of this dingy light. I remember this area now.
This is the way into the vault. This is the way into the other room.
Dude, look at this place though. If you think about it, from the way it was just a few months ago to now.
Pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. These lights are amazing. I mean, the whole thing's amazing, obviously, but I've seen it, you know, here and there. But just in a week has made a huge change. Big, big difference. Just these walls black. I mean, dude, it's sick. So Chuck, it's time for reality. I'm scheduling a grand opening. We're putting PR behind it. We got to get this thing finished. Like when it's a car, like I know what I can do to get it done, but this is kind of like all on you. I'm almost like the customer here, like my customer, where they like leave everything on my plate. I'm leaving this on your plate.
Within weeks, you'll be ready to rock and roll.
Okay. All right, I'll go back to Corona and finish building some cars. You stay here and finish building this building, and then we'll meet again, Jedi.
The grand opening's coming really quick here. I mean, right now we're down to the finished items on this whole project. Some of the things that still need to get done are finished items such as bathroom finishing and putting the ceiling together, a couple final inspections. We have one major challenge, which is going to be firelight safety, and that's happening as we speak right now. It's just a matter of everybody getting together and making decisions.
So today's a good day. You know, it's been a long journey to get here. I can see this whole place together, but there's a ton of little details that we still got to do. You know, we have panels that need to go in. We need doors that need to be put. We got, you know, fixtures in the bathroom that need to be done. We need walls painted. So there's a lot of little detailed things, but I feel good. You know, we're going to start announcing that we're going to be here in Burbank. I'm going to start, you know, scheduling this grand opening party that we need to do. So now it's all on Chuck. He's got a couple weeks to get the final details done so we can really open the doors. Next on West Coast Customs.
I have bad news, and I have bad news. It's gonna fall through. Can't get it done.
Yikes.
As everybody knows, SEMA is where you go when you're a car guy, and it's time to go hand these out to my sponsors. So today's the day.
Oh yeah, sure. We got a studio. He has no idea what he's about to see.
West Coast Customs is in Burbank.